how to afford to travel and do cool stuff. Bienvenue. Beaucoup amour, Trav ici. Welcome and much love. Trav here speaking in broken French at Palais de Pope, Palace of the Pope on Avignon. This is the biggest palace fortress in Europe. Not the biggest palace, not the biggest fortress, but the biggest palace fortress. So I've been doing a lot of traveling. This year, I'll take a walk around the courtyard. We'll bring you guys back this way at the end. And if you've been following, you saw I took 5 weeks in Hawaii not too long ago, and I've got a lot more planned for this year. So how am I able to do it? If you want to do it, what are the keys to it? How do you afford it? First thing is, it's not for everyone. You might not want this. So I have some other videos on that, pros and cons of traveling, and working on some other stuff on that. But for those of you who do, the most important misconception here is that it's about money. Is that money is the primary cost? It's not about money, it's about time. Time is the primary cost. If you have infinite money, all the money, but you have tons of obligations with your time, you're not going to really be able to travel too much. You might be able to jet off for a weekend, but if it takes a weekend to get somewhere, you're never going to be able to make it. On the other hand, if you have no money but all the time, you actually will be able to do a lot with the techniques I'm going to describe. So that's the key thing, and we're going to get back to that. It's less about money and more about time. I have a time training course. There's a link to that in the description. Time machine training, you should check that out if you want to know more. But it's all about time, control of time. We'll come back to time. Let's talk about money. Go into the cathedral here, really epic. So, pardon. Money. So the key thing is to live below your means. I would say save money, but that doesn't really sound that fun. It's more about just living below your means, spending less than you make when you're at home. You'll save money naturally, and then you can take that money and live above your means for a couple months in the year. You know, if I want to spend an extra 100 to buy another plane ticket this month, it's not a big deal, because most of the time when I'm home in Arcata, I'm frivolous on food and entertainment, but I'm not wasting money on things that don't enrich my life. I'm not spending money to spend it. I'm consciously looking at my budget and how can I live below my means so I can go off and do cool shit. So budgeting is key. Live below your means and you'll save, and you'll be able to go be frivolous for a couple months of the year. Second, okay, so we'll come back to time, but another key thing is it can be very cheap if you offer value. So, for instance, you're going to see my host somewhere here in the background, but I'm offering value where I'm here for a business meet, and a lot of the time I will volunteer to do work trade, or I will do hosting exchange. You know, if they ever come out to California, I'll put them up, or I will help them out, do some free training or something. Like offering some value when you're out is a really helpful thing to do, and then people will put you up for free, especially if you're doing work trade like woofing or something like that, and it becomes free, or you even get paid to do it. So moving back to intertwining time and money now. So I work while I travel. I don't take vacation. I don't take a day off. Most of my work's through Facebook and YouTube, pretty much all, a little bit of email, and I need to do some website stuff every once in a while, but pretty much can be on Facebook, can be on YouTube from anywhere, even the countrysides. We'll see as I go real remote in the next couple years potentially, but if you can work while you travel, then you could be anywhere, right? So that can mean having remote work, although ideally it means having a job that you own, like owning a business, owning your job, so that you don't have to worry about it coming back. Because even if you live below your means, if you have some regular job, it's hard to just say, hey, I'm going to take off for a month and I'm going to come back and things are going to be exactly as they are. That's a good way to lose your job, unless you own that job and you can operate it from abroad. So those are the keys to affording to travel. Number one is having control of your time. And again, there's a course to that description below. And then 2 and 3 and 4 is all about living below your means and doing what you can to to save on 6 to 9 months, so you can overspend on 3 to 6 months. And then working while you're traveling, offering some value makes it really cheap. So hope you found that useful. This building is so fucking big. I'm pumped, I'm stoked. Got some more cool places coming up that I will show to you, so hope you find that useful. Hope you found this useful for the travel bugs. You got any questions? Leave a comment. What do you want to hear me talk about? I've got a bunch of other stuff planned, but I always love suggestions. Makes my job way easier. So thank you. Beaucoup amour, much love. I am told they don't say that in France, but much love is not really a common thing in English either. So peace and skeet, and I'll see you in the comments.